Okay, hello, reporting live from quarantine, JW Anderson followers and fans. I'm Tyler Mitchell, I'm a photographer, and I'm gonna be answering your questions today. First, he reached out to me about a year and a half ago, interested in collaborating and finding kind of a photographer to work with consistently across his campaigns. And when he called, I immediately was very excited. I really love his collections, I really love his work. And I remember we met in the Bowery Hotel in New York when he was in town one week, and I sat down with him and Benjamin Bruno, and we just got along. We were talking about art, we were talking about auctioning and buying art, which I know he loves to do. And from there, we just, kicked it off and started working together. So it will usually start with some image or idea in my head. It will start with, oh, I really wanna, picture these girls. How are these girls gonna be dressed in JW Anderson clothes? I want to put them on stilts. And it really just starts with that initial image, and then it goes into where are they and how are they styled and what's the grouping, and yeah, that's basically it. Very much a mixed bag. I kind of dress really simply. I find like a silhouette I like. Usually I'll wear like some wide or straight leg chinos or dickies, and then a lot of long sleeves, a lot of graphic t-shirts, and then I'll throw in like pops of color. I'll wear really crazy like knitwear. Like I really love crazy baggy knitwear and sweaters in the winter, and then in the spring I love like very colorful kind of button down, kind of like old, I guess like old kind of nurse shirts, like little just button up short sleeves. So yeah, that's how I would describe my fashion identity. And where do you find your inspiration? Right behind me, actually, all my books, and looking at movies, going to the museums, going to galleries, and just researching. I do a lot of research into my images, and yeah, constantly online, constantly looking at stuff. I started making videos in Atlanta, Georgia, really where I grew up. I was a skateboarder, and I would then just film little montages of my friends skating. From there, I went on to go to film school at NYU with all the little montages I made. And then, yeah, I was doing pictures and videos. So I was doing a whole mixed bag of things. I was filming friends, making short films, making music videos, connecting with people, taking photos of fashion shows, and just running around and just having multiple pots simmering. That's kind of how I got started, and now it's kind of avalanched into what it is now. So right now I'm feeling James Baldwin. I just think the strength of his personality and the conviction of his ideas is something I really am inspired by. Yeah. Absolutely. I focus a lot on movies, and I just hosted a kind of 24-hour movie night where I live streamed my computer screen. I called it Night at the Cinema, for people to watch all of my favorite movies with me and to present artist works and kind of have a community online. I've been mainly watching about 2 to 3 films a day, just on my list of films I want to watch. Americana films, Sidney Lumet's movies, Robert Altman, Paul Thomas Anderson. So yeah, that's what I've been trying to focus on, is like watching movies and hopefully trying to make one.
Hi Tyler, my name's Cole, and I was wondering, what one thing do you wish you knew when you first started taking photos?
That's hard, because I feel like part of the fun of taking photos is like learning more as I go. Like there's still things I'm learning, and I don't know if there's one thing I wish I knew. Maybe I wish, if anything, I knew a little less, just so I could feel like, oh, there was this fun of discovery of photography. But one thing that I grew to learn over time was I started off shooting digitally and then grew to shoot more analog. So I really like how I've grown in process to shoot, more on film, more analog, and to learn darkroom processes and things like that. So my phone's sitting on one of the books I've been reading lately, which is Donald Judd's interviews. All of his interviews compiled into one book. I love reading artist interviews. I just find the way that they want to answer questions to be so inspiring to me. Also, I've been reading a book called The Sandchild, which is about a Moroccan father who wants a son so badly, he basically tells his daughter that she's his son and that she's a boy. Take me to a nice dinner at one of my favorite restaurants called Ikoyi. It's a Nigerian kind of London restaurant. Take me there. Thank you so much, JW Anderson, for having me answer questions on your Instagram, and hope to see you again soon. Bye.